Hey everyone, this is Movie Versus, the podcast in defense of bad movies, prequel to episode 34, I believe. And my name is Tyler Lamb, one of the hosts, and as always, with other hosts, which this time are the normal hosts. Steve Janik. Steve, how's it going?
Not bad.
Yeah,
Getting ready for 4th of July, which as of this episode coming out will have already passed.
true.
But before that, I'm very excited to just see some family, drink some beer,
Blow some shit up.
Yeah, blow some shit up.
For sure. And that other voice was Charlie Pixley, my other co-host. What's up, Chuck?
Just fidgeting my life away.
Aren't we all? I'm fidget spinning my life away. I think,
Wait, you spin those? I just hold them.
well, I think we were talking Halloween costumes earlier. I think I'm just gonna make a costume out of fidget spinners. So it's like
annoying.
a jacket, and it's gonna be those LED ones that have like Bluetooth speakers, and I'm gonna
Wait,
have them all.
they have fidget spinners with Bluetooth speakers?
Yeah, and they're all going to be playing a different song.
Just put a ton on you and then be like, what are you, though? And you just go, I'm a douchebag.
I'm a living fidget spinner.
No, you have to, it's Halloween, Tyler. You have to dress up as something that you aren't.
That's true. Shit, I guess I got to go back to the drawing board. This episode though, we're being assigned movies from Charlie.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a while since we've done just a straight up assignment. Well, I mean, since Charlie has for sure,
Yes.
because we had those
Yeah.
string of guests. But yeah, so Charlie.
Worthless.
Yeah, it was awful
They
time.
really supplied nothing.
An awful time. Hell,
I'm joking. They were fantastic.
Yeah, go check out those episodes. We saw some pretty.
I like those episodes because that means there's more of me seeing movies. Like I
Yeah.
enjoy defending more than I like
just
choosing.
And you just like it when there's more of you. Like you just like
Yeah.
content that has you.
That's not me. That's our fans.
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's your
That's
feet. Your
you.
Your feet. Yeah, that's you with different. That you made different Twitter profiles, tweeting Steve's the best. I like Steve the most.
Is that not how all people do work fan pages?
I don't know. I've never worked a fan page. So anyway, Charlie, let's just you got slips of paper over there. What's going on
All
here?
right, I have two categories. One is action sequels, and then the other one is robot flicks, FLIX. And I think we just did an action sequel with Speed 2 Cruise Control, so I think I'm just going to completely eliminate that catery anyway.
Alrighty.
And
So I
12
think-
rounds is the sequel to The Marine with John Cena.
Yes. Yeah.
Spiritual sequel, yeah. It shares similar themes. It's like the Cornetto trilogy. you know?
Spiritual remake, though, more than anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's like Die Hard with a Vengeance made sweet, sweet love to the Marine.
Yes.
Oh yeah, sensual.
I said sweet twice.
That is true.
If that was not clear.
That is true.
Okay, so I'm just going to give these to you guys, or I'll let you choose one. I'm going to set it on top of this paint bucket, and you guys pick them, and then you can go. Do you want me to tell you what
so these are robot
what
flicks?
the tying theme is between them, other than the robot flicks?
No,
Nah,
we
I'm
should
not even
guess.
gonna
We
tell
should
you.
guess
I'll
the
let you
tying
go.
theme.
Okay, you each get one guess.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. What do you mean? Guess the tie-in theme.
What
So
ties
these-
these together?
These two movies are tied together somehow, and we're going to guess what ties.
Wait, I
these
thought he
movies
already said they
together.
were robot movies.
I said other than that.
Oh, I don't know.
They do both have humans.
They got Will Smith.
They're both set in dystopian Detroit.
Oh shit! Steve's probably more right than you.
No, that's not my guess. That was my joke guess
No, that
from
was
not
his guess.
having seen anything.
Okay,
Let's go.
Because I assume we're both getting RoboCops.
each take one.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to go first, Steve?
Yes, I do.
Okay. It's a little bit too far.
Okay, don't open it till Steve
Okay.
gets his.
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Oh man, I know what these have in common.
Yeah,
now.
me too.
We both got fucking asylum movies, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yes.
those generic.
What did you get?
I got Atlantic Rim.
Oh God, I got Transmorphers.
I thought also in honor of Transformers coming
Jesus
out too.
Christ, they're not even fucking trying. It's
I
like-
mean, I still want to see snakes on a train.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Fuck. Okay.
One of them, the Omen mock they did was just 666 a child or something like that.
a child's story.
I actually think I know someone that owns Transmorphers.
Wow.
Lucky.
Yeah, you lucky son.
No,
of a
no, I
bitch.
think it was a gag gift, but they still own it. I
Probably
believe.
that one dude Tyler says fuck off to all the time.
Oh yeah.
No, he might own it, but it isn't. As far as I know, Michael Bell does not own Transmorphers. I should ask him because he might.
He probably does. That
No,
guy.
no, because I know when I was over there hanging out, they said when
they showed
No.
showed their Transmorphers collection.
no they went to Blockbuster when it was going out of business and just bought like thousands of DVDs by the dollar.
And felt like kings.
Yeah, they went there and it was like 100 DVDs for $5, and they were just like,
Transmorphers, huh?
Hey, they misspelled Transformers. I got the first Transformers movie for $1.
it's a misprint.
I did see some fireworks at the fireworks stand this weekend.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say in your bedroom last night.
No, but
No, I thought it was at the edges of his vision, attempting to watch these films before.
but with the barely or really close to being licensed products, and it's like Transformer spelled with a 4, and it's like really, really close to being dead on. But I love those ones; they're just pretty funny looking.
Yeah. So, wait, you have more pieces of paper over there. Is there more categories? Like, what's
No,
the deal here?
That's just what you guys are watching. The other one I didn't like as much. That was action sequels, also Asylum ones.
Okay.
And it would have been
Taken 2.
Mega Shark versus Crocosaurus, which is a sequel to Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. Duh. And then Transmorphers 2: Fall of Man.
I'm happy with what we got, because if I had to watch Transmorphers 2 without the previous knowledge of Transmorphers,
You would have watched the
there's
first one.
Yeah, come on, Steve. Don't fool us or the listeners.
No, but by
you're
watching,
a completionist.
But by watching both of those, I may have died before we do the actual episode.
You're probably going to end up watching the sequel anyway. You're going to want to know what happens to
There's
those
a third one,
characters.
too.
Oh my god!
You're going to have to follow.
Thanks for giving me a job, Charlie.
I think it's called like Shadowy Side of the closest Skyrock.
God, like, I'm pretty sure you're joking, but I'm honestly not sure.
That's a little wordy.
It's Bright Side of the Sun, which is all of them.
I can't remember what their Fast and Furious one is, but it's something like Quick and Reckless or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a solid spoof title.
It is.
No, we should watch that movie Blood Drive that I keep seeing like trailers for online.
I haven't heard anything
Drive,
about it.
yeah.
It's a sci-fi movie where in the future cars run on blood.
Oh
sweet.
shit!
And so like it starts off with some girl and she's like, her car's broken down and some guy stops to help her and he's like, what's going on in here? And then she like kills him to like fill up her tank.
Is it certain blood types though? Like certain, you know how some cars like only take synthetic oil and not regular oil. So like, is it? Oh man, he's not O negative.
You gotta eat a lot of
Oh my!
corn
If you
your car
need
runs on
O
ethanol.
negative to run your car, you should get
Sorry.
a different car.
Dude, it's a high end model.
Yeah.
It's a Tesla. No, I guess Teslas would run on any blood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would be
just
more
about.
efficient.
They
Any
can run
bodily
on.
fluid, even actually.
Yeah, you could just take a dump and
A diarrhea dump.
My
I
car,
guess.
my car is the
I was-
universal donor.
I was just laughing at the idea of somebody like squatted over a gas tank.
Yeah.
A gas cap,
Oh,
whatever.
I got
And
you.
say-
I feel you.
Yeah, you have the vivid image.
I've been choosing to ignore this conversation.
yeah. Steve took that time to take a drink from his beer and
We
and
do
just
our
watch it.
mind
There was a
drift.
sigh.
We do our mind drift like a Pacific Rim as soon as the mics turn on, pretty much.
Oh yeah, exactly. We're jacked in. We're controlling this robot together. Atlantic Rim. That's just not even.
I think that's funnier than Transmorphers, honestly. What if they're like Indian Rim, or Antarctic Rim,
The
or
Gulf
just
of
Arctic?
Gulf,
None of-
Just Arctic.
None of it's getting better.
Gulf of Mexico Rim. I guess let's just pull it that.
Ozark Rim. I have an idea for. You guys can shit all over it if you want, or if you don't want to. I took this from work down in Mississippi. I might have told you guys about it already, but in case you don't remember, I think this could be an interesting way to pull an audible if you really, really hate your movie, and just only occasionally be able to do it. So let me go get it.
Okay. All right. So
The wheel of terrible,
all
wheel of terrible movies.
you have to do is pull the trigger, point at the barrel at your head, pull the trigger, and you don't have to see the movie. So yeah, Charlie is walking outside right now and bringing something inside. Do you have an idea of what this could be?
Not even a
Yeah,
little.
I don't.
Audible gag
Oh yeah, I remember
Oh,
that.
yeah.
What do you? So what's the? It is a deluxe metal bingo cage set.
It's a nice one, and I didn't want to throw it away, so I figured there's like
Wait, where did you get this from?
nowhere down in Work in Mississippi they were gonna pitch it. So I think there's like 50 balls in there, and if I was thinking if we put 5 really good movies in there, and then the rest are ones that we just know are bad, or we can decide the ratio later. And then if you really hate your movie and you want to try that, like you're probably going to get a worse movie, but there's a chance that you get a better movie, or we could do better movies that are in theaters or something like
I
that,
gotcha.
and just keep a list of it associated with the numbers in there. It's just an idea.
I'm okay with that.
gotcha,
That sounds
yeah.
good.
And you'll hear a jingling too.
Yeah, the old jingle jangle.
And we know our listeners love to hear the juggling of balls, so
Yeah, and they know that we love doing
juggling
that.
of
Yeah.
balls.
I'm terrible
my
at
God.
juggling.
Yeah.
First
it's
of
not.
all-
It's not that hard. And don't try to act like you're not a ball juggling master, Steve.
I am not.
We've all experienced
No, you have not.
and seen.
No. None of these things have occurred. None of
Okay.
them.
All right, I got it.
Yeah, can't you
Steve's
tell by
trying.
the way he's saying that?
Steve's trying to keep himself on the down low. It's one of those things where his
It is not.
his performance name is
Is Senor? No, I'm not even going to help you. I should not be helping you.
Did you say senor?
Yes, I did.
he just doesn't want you know
I don't
want
I don't want people to flock to my.
he doesn't
want
to out himself. Oh, that's a lot smaller than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I don't want it to be anything huge. We'll get our nice little
Oh, that is music to my ears.
and then drop one down.
It sounds like one of those rainmakers.
A rain stick.
Yeah.
Oh, the room. No. It wouldn't do the room. No,
I've never seen The Room actually.
It's something.
So it could be. Well, no, it has to be movies that none of us have seen. That's true.
Just an idea. We can discuss it off.
Yeah, we can. I like that. Alrighty. Well,
I'm super excited about that.
yeah, and I couldn't think of a stage name for Steve's ball juggling.
Mr. Ball Juggler.
Yeah, I know.
Got
I was
it.
just gonna say ball juggler extraordinaire was, but I was like, man, that is real simple.
Ball juggling dynamo.
Sir Ball juggles a lot. I don't know.
Really, I'm a knight. I've been knighted in this scenario.
Yeah.
The queen has noticed my ball juggling skills.
yeah, they all
You've
have.
been knighted as much as Mix-a-Lot has been. So, of the highest order.
I mean, as far as I know.
Yeah.
All right. So, Steve, what was your name that you were gonna say, Senor?
No, I didn't. I had not gotten past C.
Okay.
I think it was about as good as like it was basically just the Spanish version of Mr. Ball Juggler. Senor Ball Juggler.
Man, I
with
love
the
You
added
pandering
bonus.
motherfucker.
I love how all of ours were just so simple. You only get the best from us.
You're not always firing on all
No, you
cylinders.
can't. You
But
can't put me
tonight
on the
we are.
spot like that.
What was it? Was it Arctic Rim, Atlantic?
Atlantic Rim.
All right, yeah, I'll pull up these trailers then. Those movies.
that was Tyler cracking a beer to deal with the fact that he was watching one of these films.
Yeah, they're
What did that guy yell? He's like, Bryce!
I don't know. They were both very similar, the trailers.
The
I wonder
Transmorphers.
why.
The Transmorphers doesn't look like it's really that big of a spoof of Transformers.
No, not at all.
Like Charlie said, it looks like it's like either like Terminator or maybe like the Matrix without the Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The Matrix without all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Atlantic Rim seemed like a straight up ripoff though, because they were
No, like Atlantic Rim looked exactly like all of those giant robot shows from like the mid '90s when like the CGI got slightly better
yeah.
and like they could all use it, and so it was just like these weird overly produced CG giant robots fighting each other.
Yeah, it was. Man, this is gonna be an interesting one.
It's gonna be a brawl. Is
This
what
is
this
like-
one's
I
gonna
thought it
be.
was a fair matchup, though.
No,
It
looks
really is.
super
I mean,
fair.
any Asylum pairing is probably a good matchup. Honestly, man, that is
In honor of Transformers, you know.
Yeah, well, you got to honor Transformers any way
In
you can.
honor of Mark Wahlberg getting out.
And that's actually a pretty good segue because Charlie, you saw Transformers.
Mhm.
You did?
So that's
Yes.
part of the reason why it's not being done on the podcast because
My bad.
I'm just saying because you saw it.
Yeah.
So obviously,
No, it's bad from what I've heard.
and so talk about that a little bit. How do you talk about Transformers for a second?
Like I texted you guys.
Yeah.
It was one of it's hard for that. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Top 3.
So better or worse than the last Transformers?
Worse.
Oh Jesus! Well, the last one was bad.
That's kind of because I don't know if I've said it on this podcast, but I know I've said to maybe you guys that the last Transformers movie is the worst movie that I've ever seen in my life.
I think
Really?
you think that this one is worse than.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, at the same time, I feel like I have to see it in theaters because I've seen all of them in theaters.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see it, but man, yeah, and yes, Steve, I just based off of pure. I mean, obviously there are worse movies, but it wasn't trying to be a bad movie.
Yeah.
And also,
I mean-
it had hundreds of millions of dollars thrown
Yeah.
at it. So it's like the production quality, the actors that are in it, like everything about it,
Should have been good.
given the quality of like everything put into it, it is the worst movie I've ever seen.
I see what you're saying.
Don't
Yeah.
get me
It's the worst
wrong.
return on investment.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
get
I
me
mean,
wrong. There's still parts
They
that
made
I
billions.
enjoyed hearing,
Or over
like
a billion.
sporadically, but just overall, it was fucking terrible. Within the first 5 minutes, I looked over at my buddy that I saw it with, and it's like, this is so bad. And he normally really likes all that stuff. He's like, yeah, man, this is gonna be terrible. And it felt so long. He changed the aspect ratio of that in certain sequences, probably about 5 times within 2 minutes.
really?
It was like breakneck. It was like you're gonna get a seizure from just like boom 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 from different like like square ratio like.
Yeah, like 4:3 to 16. That's
But there were about 4
I
different
remember-
styles in it.
I remember seeing that
I've
thing
never
where
seen
it
it
was
before
like,
in my life.
do not try and mess with the ratio. Use this ratio. Things are gonna get weird.
Yeah, that is really
And
weird.
terrible, like back and forth for like a car chase. Like, no.
Yeah.
Like I've seen in some movies where they go back and forth between IMAX or not, whatever. But
Yeah.
this is like one was a handheld camera, one was a normal camera, one was an IMAX, one was a blah blah blah.
That
It
sounds
was-
like sickening.
yes, yeah.
Wow.
And I don't get sick.
And
by
not,
that
yeah, I was
shit,
gonna
but
say
it's
not like in a that's sick. Like no, like you would get a headache or be like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
it was
I'm-
bad. The characters sucked. The action sucked. Everything about it was just terrible. And I thought it was going to be fun too, because it's like, all right.
Oh, so it wasn't even like there was not even things you laughed at.
I mean, a couple jokes or something here or there. A lot of them were terrible too, but there were a couple.
But I mean,
funny
like
ones.
so bad, it's like, oh man, what the fuck?
There's like a human transformer. Do you guys care if I spoil stuff for you?
Oh, I don't care, and I don't think anybody listening
There's
cares.
like a transformer that's just like a humanoid shape, and there's a scene where he's driving the car with Anthony Hopkins, and he's singing "Move, Bitch" by Ludacris.
And
it's
that's a
it is
joke?
not funny at all. No.
That sounds like the best scene in the movie
That's
And there's
wow.
there's
because you get to listen to movement.
Knights of the Round Table in this
Yeah.
movie. There's Nazis in this movie.
Oh, thank God we got to both of those.
But in my mind, I think like you could make that such a lighthearted, fun thing. Just be like,
Yeah, like-
fuck it,
like they
it's your
did in
last
Kung
one.
Fury.
It's Michael Bay's
What?
last one, allegedly.
Yeah.
And then just do like, just do whatever. Have
Just
fun
get
with
crazy.
It.
Well,
No,
I
it's
heard
just terrible.
I heard that, and this is like major spoilers, but I heard that Michael Bay almost like kind of did a big fuck you to whoever has to do it next. Like, yeah, I'd like to see you guys try to make more of these movies because apparently Unicron is Earth.
Yes.
Oh my God! Holy crap!
So like the bad guy of the next movie is the planet that they live on. So
Uh-huh.
how do they? How do you make them?
which is why Optimus was like, bye.
Hey, remember how Stanley Tucci was in the last movie? Remember how he died?
Oh yeah, he's a different character in this
Yeah.
movie.
Now he plays Merlin,
Please tell me it's his twin brother.
No,
Oh,
he's Merlin.
Okay.
and then
That's at least-
he's a drunk. Like there's
So he's the
comedy
Mandarin.
scenes in the first 30 seconds where he's just like. They're like, where's Merlin? They're in a huge battle, and it's like a serious thing. Where's Merlin? You know, he's always late, blah, blah, blah. And it just shows him riding his horse and just stop. He's like, man, I'm thirsty. And just, it's like, it is just not funny
Well,
at all.
yeah,
Terrible.
that sounds
It-
painful.
It was so hard to watch. I probably would have left if I wasn't with my buddy. It would have been
wow.
like a 9 Lives thing where it's like, this isn't just, it just simply
Yeah.
isn't worth my time. There's another scene where, now maybe I missed something because there's a lot of shit going on, but Mark Wahlberg gets shot and hit under his skin. He's got metal like he's a fucking transformer, and it is never addressed after.
What?
No, he implanted himself with metal because he's that good of a mechanic.
Honestly, with a name like Cade Yeager, motherfucker was probably he was probably the Anakin Skywalker of the Transformers universe, and he was created by
he's one of the knights.
Are you serious?
Yeah, kinda. He gets picked to be one of the knights because of something like that.
Jesus, was there anything like at the end of Age of Extinction where when Optimus used his rocket jet boots when there was like a huge conflict about like traveling somewhere, wasn't there? Like, how do we get to China in time?
And he just flies.
And then he flies away after everything was solved and everything. Wait, what?
I think he flies throughout most.
No,
of
I meant
movie.
I was meaning.
But no, not
is there anything
like if you would have done that 20 minutes ago, we wouldn't be having this problem, Optimus.
Yeah. Wow. That's man. That's crazy.
They blow like 4 or 5 nukes at this one thing that Mark Wahlberg and the main lady are like probably a mile away from. And they're like, oh shit, and they just run away from it. It's like, okay.
that's how nukes work.
I said I won't use all the same phrasing I used, but it was the biggest disrespect to physics in this one scene where they are flying in the air because there's like a zero gravity situation, and the chick flies. It is so hard. It's like she was pulling up on Excalibur, and she flies over to him, and the building is like falling through the air, and then Mark Wahlberg grabs her free floating, right? So not attached to anything. He can't get any leverage, and like swings her up with his arms. It's like that just doesn't work. I don't know. It was something where I looked at my buddy afterwards, like, that is disgustingly inaccurate.
Yeah.
Not even, and a lot of the shit, obviously you can forgive a lot of stuff like bigger jumps and stuff like that, but that is like, it just looked so bad. It was just terrible. And I was expecting it to not be great, but to still have fun, and it was so bad where my buddy was saying, like, I'm going to tell my brother to not see this. Don't even spend the money to see this. And we saw it for $5 each. It's like, nope.
The old the avoid this recommendation.
It was fucking terrible.
A big one.
I think you should see it because you'll be like, oh god.
Yeah, I almost feel like I have to.
And you, Steve, too. Guys go together.
Well,
if I gotta.
Speaking of movies that Steve and I both saw, we didn't see it together, but we saw Baby Driver.
Yes,
which on the flip side.
I do want to see Baby Driver too.
Yeah, no, I won't spoil anything because I'm sure
I will spoil everything.
But yeah,
so
Steve,
here's what's happening.
Yeah, but Steve doesn't give a fuck. He's just gonna go.
Does he drive?
He actually turns into a baby.
Oh, that was my next question. Is he a baby?
No, and he's voiced by Alec Baldwin. It's really weird.
Oddly enough, complete misnomer. He's actually just like the best golfer.
Oh,
it's the Tiger. It's the Tiger Woods.
Well, yeah, because it turns out his name is just Baby Driver. Like Driver's his last name.
Well, he's the child of
and
Mini Driver.
And he only hits babies with his clubs
in the corner.
Yeah.
Yes. Nobody puts a baby in a corner. They just hit them into a corner.
That was a good mini Driver joke. I liked that. Yeah, no, this movie was pretty good.
I don't know how they got Miss Daisy in there so many times.
Yeah, I know.
That's all it was.
Exactly.
This movie was pretty good.
Yeah,
Things we like.
It was. I mean, I don't think it was like the second coming of Christ or anything.
Yeah.
But it was a fun movie. It had things that were like kind of. I would say. And this kind of goes across the board to almost all Edgar Wright movies. He has trouble ending a movie. Like he gets to a point where it's kind of just like, well, what do we do now? I mean, even in one of my favorite movies ever, Shaun of the Dead, that kind of when they leave the basement, it all just kind of ends, and then in The World's End, it all just there's no electricity and we're all fucked and it's over. This has trouble wrapping up near the end, but holy fuck, the opening scene,
opening scene was fantastic.
Like before the credits start rolling at all, like that opening scene is crazy. All the action beats are great, and then there's something I realized watching
the integration of music in this movie is like next level.
Oh yeah, and the editing too, the music is, and I mean you can imagine how an Edgar Wright movie would look to this stuff. I mean you see, there's a scene in the beginning where Baby's walking around listening to music, and in the back there's like
the Ally McBeal one.
Yeah, exactly. that baby is dancing, And in the
Ooh,
background,
good shot.
topical. And in the background, there's like a bunch of like graffiti because he's walking through the city, and every now and then, like a word. Well, you'll see a word in the graffiti that is being sung, which could be cheesy, but the way that it's played off is actually like really cool, and it's not like in your face either. It's just kind of like subtle in the background. I did realize that Jamie Foxx is really good at playing an unhinged bad guy.
He was
like
crazy.
Yeah,
in this movie.
he's really good at that. Like, you know what I mean? Like whenever it's like, oh hey, just be unhinged and a bad guy. Jamie Foxx delivers. He's great. He does a good job.
I mean, have you seen Ray?
Yeah, he was
he hasn't.
unhinged.
No. Ray Charles has it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, isn't he dead?
That's probably why I didn't see it.
Yeah,
Stevie Wonder's still alive.
Yeah, he could. Good joke.
No, I was just saying. I don't
dude,
know about
Steve-
Ray Charles.
But dude, Stevie Wonder isn't blind. Haven't you seen that footage of him catching that mic
shit,
stand?
you're right.
He's not blind, dude. It's all a fucking act. He's living his life as a blind
Shit.
man to get that money. Because you know if you're blind, skyrocket career.
One of the stranger conspiracies that people have devoted their time to.
Strange because it's a conspiracy at all when it's clearly truth.
Yeah, that he's not blind.
You got me.
Those are just sunglasses, people.
They don't do anything special unless those sunglasses are what allows him to see.
Oh fuck! Like those HD glasses that they sell on late night TV.
Exactly. Maybe he just has like some.
Maybe he's Geordie LaForge. It feeds him.
I don't know who that is.
It's the guy from Star Trek. It's LeVar Burton in Star Trek.
Okay.
And he's got like a visor that.
Yeah.
I was
like,
gonna
feeds him
say he
information.
has oh shit, I can't think of the name of that disease where you like have twitches and stuff like that and
Tourette's?
Yeah, maybe he has Tourette's. That's why he moves his head around all the time. Man, that joke would have been much better if I knew what Tourette's was.
Still would not have been.
But yeah, Steve, what do you have to say about this movie? Do you?
I felt like the movie was really long. Like it felt longer than it was in the best way possible. Like it felt like I got a lot out of this movie. And then I got it and I was like, wow, that was not nearly as long as I thought it was. But like I wasn't bored
That's
or
a good
anything.
thing.
Like it felt like it just jam-packed a lot of stuff without it feeling rushed or like bogged down.
Yeah, Flea killed it.
Yes, he did.
Was he ever just in his underwear?
No, I don't think so.
He may not have been, but I looked it up while the film was No, I did not do that.
Yeah, I would say go see this movie. It's a fun time. It's and kind of a
when it's time for like the climax of the movie, it definitely did like no, I was just gonna say like it definitely there were several times where I was like, oh holy shit, like
oh yeah,
like
the third act, like the beginning of the third act,
yes,
was kind of I agree. There were things that happened. I was like, oh okay,
I was not
what's
expecting
going on
this
now.
to happen.
And it kind of changes tones. And
very much so.
But not,
I feel like there were a couple characters that may have acted not quite in line of what I was thinking they would be without enough explanation for me personally.
Yeah.
But I might enjoy it more on the second viewing.
Yeah, and I feel like I kind of agree with you to an extent. That kind of ties into the ending of a movie. There's a thing that happens near the end that a character does that isn't really explained. It just kind of happens to help move along the plot.
And,
and
they kind of brush it off with a little bit of dialogue.
Yeah,
that still doesn't feel like it's enough to warrant what happens.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah, I mean, this is kind of an inverse again of what happened with you. You said your buddy was telling his brother not to see it. I texted my dad and was like, "Hey, let's go see Baby Driver." And so like, yeah,
he was like, "Nah, Transformers or die."
It was
he actually just said, "Fuck off." New phone,
you knew what he
new
meant.
phone, who dis?
I think another thing that I like about it is because a lot of movies try too hard to like push the dialogue, and this movie did a really good job of just letting characters be characters and not like force a bunch of like exposition or ridiculous things out of their mouths. Yeah, they just kind of let the story unfold.
Who does that a lot? Soderbergh or Fincher or?
I think it's Michael Bay.
Well, where it's just like a ton of talking and it's like so witty. Where it's like
I was gonna say Tarantino or maybe Smith.
I
Kevin
don't
Smith.
remember.
Tarantino. I mean, just the
I
scene
thought it
in
was
Reservoir
Fincher where
Dogs
it's just
where
like,
they're at the.
but
just
like
like
lots
over-
of fast talking.
Oh,
back
you're
and forth
thinking
and-
Sorkin.
Yeah,
Aaron
Sorkin.
yeah.
That's it. It's like
Everybody is like the fucking wittiest person ever, and they're talking on
Yeah.
all cylinders. They're talking on all cylinders. But yeah, and they're always
That's how I talk.
and they're always walking down a hallway, passing
Yeah.
documents to one another.
Mm-hmm.
But
Someone's been watching Community.
well, no, that's the joke that you might be referencing is a 30 Rock joke where he meets Aaron Sorkin and he goes,
right.
"Can you walk and talk?" And they end up just
damn it.
walking in a circle.
I thought it was Community just because we were watching Community a second ago.
that's what you get.
I know. I
when
should
you let your heart win. But I
Hey, Ray Charles died in 2004.
oh, did you look it up? When did Ray
Oh my
come
God.
out?
I don't know.
Jamie Foxx won an Oscar for that movie, didn't he?
Sure.
I think he did.
It was definitely after 2004.
I was gonna bring up something and I kind of forgot about it. They're like
He
a
won
bunch
it for
of
horrible bosses.
I mean, in that he plays an unhinged, crazy
Yeah, I'm
person.
not saying he wasn't
No,
bad. he
was
wasn't good at it.
fantastic in
Yes.
Horrible Bosses.
In Baby Driver, there's a lot of like little details, like the background stuff. But then one thing that I really kind of enjoyed, and it was done well, was almost every time he wasn't listening to music, there was a subtle like
Tinnitus
ring in the background because he has tinnitus and that's why he
Gotcha.
listens to music. It's not overbearing, but it was at one point I was like, "What's that? Oh shit, that's but like he took off his headphones and now there's a little like, and I kind of liked that, and it wasn't like overbearing. Like I was like, "Oh my fucking
That
god!"
would be dumb then if it were just
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
to be fair, there's not a lot of time with his headphones not.
Correct. Yeah, or just listening to music.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the editing was great. And it just hits the like balls to the wall at the end when there's like gunfire and stuff. That's like 2 beats of
Yeah.
music and like
The
stuff
gunfire
like that.
comes out on beat.
But
and
but it also what's even more impressive is
all to classical music.
yeah, exactly. I mean Beethoven's Fifth has never sounded this just
Dangerous.
Yeah.
it was Vivaldi. Fuck.
And it's impressive to think that. Well, I mean, none of the action seems like okay. You have to shoot your gun at this time to hit. I mean, it's pretty like. I mean, I'm gonna use the stupid word or like organic feeling. Like it feels real. And then they were able to time it to the music.
You see
which is
somebody
even
shoot
more.
him, you don't like wait to get like run up to him first and then
Yeah,
draw your
exactly.
gun.
It's
Yeah.
like shoot. Like it's done really well.
It's how you would assume like firing off a small burst of rounds from like a heavy machine gun.
Yeah.
It was like it was slowed down a little bit for effect, but it didn't feel gratuitous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really impressive. And yeah, just a blast to watch. I'd say go see it.
Sounds just as good
everybody
as I would have hoped.
Yeah. And I don't want to hype it up too much because again, it wasn't. I don't even think it was the best Edgar Wright movie. It was. It was great to see.
Movie.
Yeah, it was great to see something different too.
Yeah.
In the sense that I've never really seen a movie like this. So that like edited, like it's pretty much a 2-hour music video.
Yeah.
But that's not bad. Like the way it's done is really cool, and the characters were pretty good. They're not. I mean, they probably could be more fleshed out.
I think John Hamm did a good job. So
yeah,
did Kevin Spacey.
I really liked John Hamm. Yeah, they all did really good.
Like yeah, pretty much every
And
even like
Ansel
the bit players.
Elgort.
Yeah, Ansel Elgort.
He sounds like
Jesus.
some fucking alien language.
Sounds like you should have a hump on his back.
and tend to a bell.
Yes.
And the girl from Cinderella and Downton Abbey or whatever.
Oh, that's what she was from.
Lily
Missy
James.
Elliott. Oh.
No.
she did a
Lily
really good
Misdemeanor Elliott. Or James, my bad.
Even the other like the small like the second group of people that he's with, like it's because it's Jamie Foxx, Flea, and
yeah,
some other
that's
guy.
that kind
Like,
of that's one
that
thing I had a
group
problem
worked
with.
really well too.
That's something I had a problem with for real quick. No spoilers, but there's a bit where so he does the first job with John Hamm and crew, does a second job with Jamie Foxx, and then after that job, what's
They
his
say that
name?
they
Kevin
never worked
Spacey says, "You know why I never use the same people for
But
for
clearly, Buddy,
like
and
for jobs. Like I only use you because you're. But then the next job, the last job, has Jamie Foxx and John Hamm.
I think it's he means like it's never the exact same
Group that works together.
Yeah,
I guess so.
It's like moving parts.
That's kind of how I
least
justified
that's
it in
what
my
it kinda
brain
felt.
during it.
Yeah.
I was like, but I could have sworn he said like I don't use the same people, and I was like, what the fuck? He just like you said that, and in the next scene you have people from past heists.
Edgar Rice, I feel like he's too smart to. He's got to mean something else, to
Yeah.
make a mistake that like
Blatant,
this,
blaring,
one, then
yeah,
two,
yeah.
and then it's
Yeah,
wrong
it could have
like
been
that.
misunderstanding it, or it could have been how we took it.
Sure.
And so going from there, I guess unless you have something else you want to add, Steve, about
No.
Baby Driver.
I'm trying to. I think we covered all the stuff that we can without
Yeah.
like running into the spoiler.
And I can't wait for you to see it so that I can talk to you about it, see what you think
Yeah.
about it.
Sure.
So stuff we actually like.
Sure.
Jump into that,
All right.
Steve. What do you got?
So earlier in the summer, I mentioned the Star Wars MMO, and I'm gonna throw out another MMO. It's called Secret World. It actually came out. It came out in 2012.
First
but
of Monsanto.
but they're re-releasing it this year. Like they just re-released it as completely free to play, and like I'm playing it pretty much completely free to play. I'm not having a terrible time with it. Like I have enough of everything that I need to really play.
Gotcha.
Like it could be a little bit smoother on getting skills because the way the game works is there are 9 different weapons. And you can choose 2, and you kind of build your build from that. Like you pick the skills that you want to use. It's really fun. It's set in contemporary times, and basically the idea is that you can choose one of 3 factions: the Illuminati, the Templar,
Yes.
the Illuminati, the Templar, or the Dragon, which is like an Asian.
Dude, fuck
cult
that
thing.
game. It's so unrealistic because we all know they're all part of the same
Yeah.
conglomerate group.
But the whole point is
So
that
you chose.
Illuminati.
Okay, good.
Just making sure.
Well, you
So-
gotta hide those soul gems somewhere.
Yeah. So the idea is
Terrible
that
comic
it's set
reference.
you're some sort of you're magic being, you have access to magic and things like that, and you're basically keeping down other like occult beings. So like you're hunting werewolves and wendigos, and like the first thing is you're in New England and a fog rolls in off the sea and is like turning people into zombies, like sea zombies are like coming out of the water.
And that's when you know
there's
when.
Mer zombies.
That's when you know when to go.
Yeah. There's this thing called the filth that's like taking people over and turning them into like shadow tentacle creatures. I think I eventually have
Ooh.
to fight.
Shadow tentacle. What is a shadow tentacle creature?
It's like black slime is coating people, and then like it has caused them to grow like basically tentacles.
That's hot.
All right, yeah. I just want to apologize for earlier. I said soul gems. I meant infinity stones.
Okay. Because soul gems is just one of the soul gems.
Yeah. So,
But like the first area is the Northeast, the second area is Egypt, and the third area is Transylvania. And
Nice.
you hunt down like occult creatures, and there's like this big thing of kind
That
of
sounds
like
like a good setting for that kind of game.
it's
actually.
it's really fun and really interesting. If you play this game and you do any of the investigation missions, immediately look them up online because they are literally like for the average human being, they are not possible to solve.
is that what you actually like then?
No,
Sounds
yeah,
like
that game
great.
is it's. I love. I think I've played this game since Monday, probably in excess of 60 hours.
Sounds like great fun for kids then.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
your normal human cannot do some of this stuff.
No, like,
you
but
must
there's
cheat.
I mean, it's like if you are like an incredible puzzle solver, like you could like if you want
So
to
if I'm
actually
spinning while I'm playing,
if you
shit, I
actually
got
want
it.
to if you actually want to solve these things, like feel free to. Like you'll be doing like legitimate research for this game. Like they come out and say it, like you will have to look not in this game to find answers for these things. You like there's usually Templar puzzles that involve the Bible, and usually
that's kind of cool though.
they usually reference the Bible in ways that you wouldn't expect. Like
So you actually had to read the Bible for once?
no, I didn't because I looked it up. but like they reference
Control F that bitch.
they reference the Bible, but not like at one point they reference the writings of Jerome, and it's because Saint Jerome wrote the Psalms, so you have to like solve the rest of the clue to figure out which psalm you have to read, to
Gotcha.
figure out which words you need from psalms to input that.
That'd be a great if you were a sermon. If you were a pastor, a good sermon you could do would be like, we all want to control F the Bible.
But you gotta sit down and do the work.
Yeah, you gotta take the
But
time.
sometimes it's a shitty PDF.
Sometimes you have to download it page by page, so you can't control F the whole thing.
That does sound
You gotta
cool.
let Jesus fidget spin
No,
into your heart.
it's one of and you don't even though it's an MMO, they actually have been calling it a shared world action RPG. Because
Okay.
like when I played through the entire storyline once already, back when it was first released, and I never grouped with anybody. I just played it as like a solo experience, and it was
Interesting.
really fun.
But you're still paying $15 a month for.
No, it's completely free. It's free
Yeah.
to play.
Oh, I must have missed that.
Yeah.
It's 100% free to play.
play.
Like you don't even have to
If
pay for the game.
They've stated that as of right now, you can conceivably get everything in the game completely free to play.
But there are
as long as
microtransactions.
if you want to speed up the process, there are microtransactions.
Gotcha.
And I will probably don't like buy at least $20 worth of like that currency, whatever
And then
it is.
it's like paying for the fun you've had.
Yeah,
already,
just because
so.
I mean I know for a fact that I'm going to be playing this game until I have to go back to school, and maybe occasionally when I'm back in school still, because I really do enjoy this game. It's super fun because like the creating a build for me is the best part. Like I like putting stuff together and seeing how it works, and then like once I've done that, I like try to think of something else to do.
Did you pick the Jay-Z body type or the Beyonce body type for your Illuminati?
I think he picked the Becky with the good hair body type.
Nah, she's dragging, dude.
You know I'm Queen Bee.
Okay.
Charlie, what is something that you actually like?
I was actually gonna say, Steve already kind of touched on it. I am looking forward to seeing how they do the next Transformers movie.
Oh, I thought you were
and
gonna
how
talk about the
shit it
MMO
looks
thing.
like. No. Yeah, I also am on Secret World.
And that was Tyler.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, 'cause the Unicron thing.
Yeah,
and
thanks
then,
a lot, Dick.
then I'm also looking forward to how shit the Bumblebee prequel that takes place in the 80s is gonna look.
Yeah. Well,
Isn't that just B movie?
Maybe.
Like they just
they're
what
bringing
if-
in
what if
Jerry
they were like-
Seinfeld to
what-
write it.
No. What if they were just like, this is the Bumblebee prequel, and they just play B movie?
That'd be
Like,
hell-
they
that would
don't
be-
make a new B movie.
That'd probably be the funniest thing to ever happen in movie
It would
theaters
be.
ever.
Yeah, they put together a fake trailer with like some Bumblebee shit, but then they just play B.
What
if I
if-
owned a movie theater, I would do that like as a joke, you know.
And then be like, all right, guys, here's the real one.
yeah, for like the midnight release, be like, oh hey, yeah, you're here for the Bumblebee.
But you'd only play
movie.
like the first hour and 45 minutes of it. though.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you'd play that thing where just every time they say B, it speeds up.
or that thing
No,
where
every time I say B, it slows
I was
down.
gonna say
Oh, God.
it's B movie, but instead of this, it's just a yellow screen and
Yeah.
there's no sound.
At least make it half black screen.
So yeah. So wait, something you like is just the
I just am
idea
excited
of,
to see that trailer come out and watch it and be like, that's gonna be shit
Yeah.
All right, so any Transformers movie
from here on
trailer,
out, I guess.
Yeah,
But
well, I mean the
am-
past ones too.
I'm excited to see like if now this is a big if, but if that is actually Michael Bay's last one, who is gonna take up the mantle?
Maybe the guy who directed Tempt.
Maybe.
He did Battleship as well.
Oh, great.
So-
if I'm
So
recalling
an
correctly.
excellent resume to start.
Yeah, Battleship, Tempt, and Tempt 2.
Wow. But that is just such a massive thing, and those movies are so.
Oh yeah, wasn't
associated
it
with
Michael Bay production? Like, didn't he produce them? Was Michael Bay attached to them?
Tempt 1 and 2, he produced.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Michael Bay was
that's
a
why- okay,
producer. That's why everybody thinks they're Michael Bay movies.
Because
Because like
when
in
you
the
said
trailers,
that, when you said that, I was like, didn't Michael Bay do those? And I was like, wait, no,
No,
it's a Nightmare Before Christmas
it's
situation.
and it's because exactly, and it's because in the trailers it would say from Michael Bay or something like
Yeah.
that, and so people thought it was a Michael Bay movie, but no, it's exactly same like Nightmare Before Christmas, which Tim Burton didn't direct for all you motherfuckers who think he did. So yeah, that's what you actually like, is Tim Burton not directing?
Sure.
I
Okay.
mean, Michael Bay not directing.
No, Tim Burton.
I'm just. I am
Okay.
I'm very curious to see what happens next.
Yeah. Well,
I like being curious.
what I actually
Okay,
like,
Benjamin Button.
I thought I had something that wasn't a video game because I was like, oh man, I need to stop being a fucking nerd because I've done like video games for the past like.
As you host your movie podcast.
Yeah, exactly. I know. And I was like, I thought of something, but then I forgot it. So I'm gonna say Horizon Zero Dawn. Because
Man, that game's beautiful.
it really is. It's weird. The face, like everybody looks great, but it's one of those uncanny valley kind of things where because it looks so good, you just notice every single flaw in the like. They don't blink enough. The eyebrows are weird, and you're like, "What is this thing? What is this thing posing as a human?"
Kill it.
But yeah, no, it is gorgeous, and it actually is really fun to play.
I saw my friend showed me a little bit of gameplay the other day, and it looked really cool. I have not played it, but it looked cool.
Yeah, and I mean the Steam sale's going on. It'll be done by the time this comes out. But
Horizon Zero Dawn's on
no,
Steam?
I was going to say that the Steam sale's going on, so I'll have even more video games to talk about in the future.
If we're gonna talk about video games, because
God damn it,
we're not gonna get to anyway. Next week, well, when this comes out, it will have been going on the entire week. But SGDQ starts on Monday.
Does it?
I think tomorrow.
Oh, okay, I'll have
Tomorrow as we're recording, which is Sunday. So when this comes out on Thursday.
Oh wow, Steve pulling the fucking curtain back, showing everybody what's really going on behind the.
Okay, Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, that's the metaphor / simile, whatever.
Man, I really thought you were gonna go. Yeah, I look like James Franco. Now fuck off.
People are gonna be listening to this
I
shit
wish
and
I
be
looked like
like,
James
"Is that
Franco."
motherfucker spinning still this whole time?"
Oh yeah, shit! I was gonna make a joke and say that what I actually like is the fidget spinner that Charlie brought me today, and I fucking forgot
that's
about
still
that.
mine. I gotta keep on.
Aw,
that.
damn it.
I just bringing it to loan it out temporarily. I'll see if I can get some more though.
Never mind.
I would
Sorry.
greatly.
I
Appreciate
thought
one.
Charlie was a true.
Let me see if
friend.
I can get 2 more.
Here, I'll let you see.
You can
this
play
right
with
there.
it for the rest of the time.
We need to get Movie Versus official spinner.
Oh fuck!
Just hand them out.
No, like
to random people on
oh,
the streets. Here you go.
no.
babe.
On the
I keep them all for us. One on each finger.
no, on the arms MVS.
Yeah, there we go.
That's awesome.
And then in the center, just a picture of Mickey Rooney's head.
These are so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
All right. Other than that, bye. And you don't really hear it. I'll toss it to you. Go long.
Movie Versus is a production of Three Wise Media. For more information, check us out on Facebook.